Greeting to all. In psychology, today our topic is psychology, a science of behavior. Psychology is a science of behavior in the following ways. It uses, in that first one, it uses scientific method to collect data about individuals and the group to analyze present behavior in order to predict about it for future. Thus, we find out new truth in psychology on the basis of observation and experimentation. Only observable behaviors are studied in psychology and facts are established by objective proofs. For the purpose of collection of the data from individual and group, in psychology we are going to take the support of scientific method. After collecting data from individual and group, we are going to do the analysis of present behavior in order to predict future behavior of the individual or group. By taking the support of observation and experimentation in psychology, we find out new truth, because observation, experimentation is going to play an important role to give justification to any situation or any condition. So in psychology, we are going to study only observable behaviors. So where these observable behaviors we are going to find in society, in community. After observing behavior of the members, behavior of the society, then only we are going to establish facts based on proof. Next, second one, in psychology we try to find out about those variables which affect our behavior directly or indirectly. In this way, causal relationships are expressed as a system of hypothesis or law. In psychology, behavior is going to be affected directly or indirectly by the number of variables. For example, among children's behavior is going to be affected by number of variables. For example, physical mental development of the child, nature of the school environment, nature of the child environment, nature of the parents, nature of the family, economical condition of the family, social condition of the family, cultural condition of the family, character of the parents. So these all variables are going to affect on behavior of the learner directly or indirectly. Next, we can verify the laws and principles propounded in psychology in the same way as we do in science. In science already you know that whatever principles and whatever laws are available, so those principles, those laws, we can verify whether those principles are right or wrong. For example, photosynthesis, yes or no. In a same manner, in psychology also we have principles, we have laws. So those principles, those laws, we can verify whether those principles, laws are right or wrong. Almost exact prediction about human behavior is possible on the basis of present behavior pattern. Already you know that present behavior pattern helps to understand the future behavior pattern of the individual. So here, to predict future behavior of the human beings, what is going to play an important role? Present behavior pattern of human beings. Right? Next, psychology is expanding our knowledge of the environment in the same way as is done by the science through experimentation. In science, experimentation, observation is very useful to expand your knowledge, to enlarge your knowledge. In the same manner, psychology helps to expand your knowledge of the environment. Then what is the environment? Different people are going to live together, animals, plants, physical things, non-physical things, everything is going to be put together. So that place is going to be called as environment. So that environment can be understood in an easy manner if you have a psychology. Scientific inquiry develops a way of thinking that is very much critical and evaluative to present knowledge, values, beliefs, and its facticity is also examined, ascertained. In psychology, we have scientific inquiry. Scientific inquiry means you are going to do inquiry, you are going to do research in a scientific manner. In psychology also, scientific inquiry is going to play an important role because psychology is also science. So that's why by taking the support of scientific inquiry, we can able to evaluate present knowledge of the environment, values and beliefs in an easy manner. Next, psychology also helps us to control behavior on one hand and understand it on the other hand. Underlying variables are checked and controlled in order to understand a particular behavior. So here psychology is going to play an important role in teaching learning process, and it is very useful especially for teacher. So psychology helps us in a two ways. One is it control behavior of the learner, at the same time it helps to understand behavior of the learner also, behavior of the individual also. So for the purpose of controlling the behavior, for the purpose of understanding the behavior of the learners, as a teacher, as a psychologist, you are going to check what variables are influencing on a child. Already I told you what variables are going to affect on behavior of the child. Next, psychological principles and laws are applicable to human life situation also just in the similar way as the scientific laws and principles. So in psychology, principles are there, laws are there. So those principles and laws we can able to apply to real life situation also, because psychology is also science. Already you know that in science also number of principles and laws are there. So those principles and laws we are going to apply in a real life situation whenever there is a necessity of application of scientific law or principle. In a same manner also in our life also, whenever there is necessity of application of law, principle of psychology, there you are going to apply in our real life situation also. Next, psychology is a biological and behavioral science both. Psychology is both biological science and also behavioral science. Psychology as a biological science began with the study of psychology in Germany during the late half of the 19th century. In modern times too, psychologists are engaged in searching the biological determinants, reasons of motivation, memory, mental disorders and learning. So psychology, so here you just concentrate on motivation, memory, mental disorders and learning. So these areas, when it is possible to understand these areas by taking the support of biological science, psychology as a biological science, you can able to understand how motivation will come, how memory is going to play an important role, how mental disorders are taking place, how learning is going to take place. Next, psychology as a behavioral science aims at studying the behavior of humans, sometime directly, sometime through the behavior of animals. So as a psychologist, if you want to know the behavior of the human beings, you are going to study the behavior of the human beings either directly or indirectly. Directly means completely on human beings. Sometime after studying behavior of animals, then you are going to apply so that study to human beings also, right? So here man is a social animal. His behavior and personality are shaped in the environment, he lives through the social and physical interaction with the environment. Already you know that man is a social animal. His behavior, his personality is going to be shaped in the environment itself only, because in environment man is going to exist, man is going to live, man is going to do communication, man is going to give something to the society, man is going to get something from the society. So that's why social, in psychology, interaction, communication is going to play an important role. Thus, in modern psychology, we also study how environment influences the behavior of the individual. Next, psychology is a social science also, because it studies human behavior in social context. Thus, it is helpful in solving social problems related to behavior very systematically and scientifically. When pure objectivity is maintained in solving these problems, psychology becomes a natural science. Psychology is a social science. Why it is a social science? Because by using a social context, psychology is going to study human behavior. So that's why psychology helps to solve social problems, especially behavior problems. In which manner? In a systematic manner and also in a scientific manner. Next, psychology is a general science. Why psychology is a general science? Because it is going to be applied to different areas. Yes or no? We can apply in education, we can apply in commerce, we can apply in industry, management, agriculture, and from the very beginning in sports. As a result, psychology takes a variety of forms such as educational psychology, management psychology, human or animal psychology, abnormal psychology, social psychology, military psychology, clinical psychology, and so on. So here, why psychology is called as a general science? Because it can apply to different fields. When you are going to apply different fields, why means in each and every field, psychology is going to play an important role. So when you are going to apply psychology in education, then it is going to be called as educational psychology. When you are going to apply in commerce, then it is going to be called as commerce psychology, means that management psychology. When you are going to apply to agriculture, then it is going to be called as agriculture psychology. When you are going to apply to animals, it is going to be called as animal psychology. When you are going to apply to social, it is going to be called as a social psychology. When you are going to apply to military, it is going to be called as a military psychology. When you are going to apply in hospitality, in treatment, in medical, in health, it is going to be called as a clinical psychology. So that's why not only in India, across the world, in each and every field, now we are applying psychology, because in each and every field we need to take the support of psychology. Then only we can able to use each and every field in effective manner. So these all are the ways why psychology, a science of behavior. For the purpose of knowing whether a psychology is a science of behavior or not, so this topic is going to play an important role. Thank you.